What is going on, guys? Jack here, and I am back with episode 4 of my West Ham United career mode. If you could be ever so kind to smash a like on this video if you are enjoying the series, and also subscribe if you're new around here. I welcome all my new subscribers and hopefully do enjoy the content. As you can see, we're doing some transfer business here, and we do step up major interest in Gianluigi Donnarumma, a player we want to get into the club. We offer him £27.5 grand per week. He was stalling due to him not being able to relocate. He doesn't feel comfortable. He's comfortable at home. We're trying to get him out of that comfort zone, which we successfully do, and we get a bright young star into the club. 17 years of age, 76 rated. What a player he looks to be, and I can't wait to see him break into the first team, maybe this season. You never know. Bologna come in for Andy Carroll, the England striker. Not up there in the pecking order at the moment, but we do actually quote him £15 million if they want to take the Englishman away from Upton, or I need to say Upton Park there, sorry, the Olympic Stadium. Wow, how times have changed. But it is the BPL opener this episode, guys, so stay tuned, sit tight. It's going to be a great season. I really do feel for it. The pundits have predicted us to finish 8th, but there definitely is potential for Champions Cup football, which obviously we're really looking forward to. And it says it mentions Andy Carroll, Donnarumma and Winston Reid being our key players, maybe for breakout seasons and goals and defending retrospectively. So Chelsea, start of a new season. Eden Hazard, Diego Costa, Willian, Cesc Fabregas I saw in there, Mikel and Matic, a very defensive midfield trio with David Luiz, John Terry, Branislav Ivanovic, Azpilicueta and Thibaut Courtois. While I start with the likes of Fosu Mensah, Faguli, Mark Noble, captain on the bench. We start with Rashford, Lanzini, Antonio Payet, Piate, Kovacic, Ogbonna, Musaku, Reed and Visa. As the ball comes into the box here, West Ham will start off on the attack. 8 minutes in, Kovacic lays the ball off into the path of Manuel Lanzini. It's blocked actually. It falls to Piate, lays it off to Rashford, and it is blocked there. Good start from West Ham though. Good show of intent as Payet gets down the left-hand side here. The Frenchman cuts inside and finds the little Argentine Lanzini. Turns into Rashford, turns, shoots, but Courtois is hot on his heels to make a good save there. As Payet again sends Rashford off on a counter-attack here. West Ham are on the last man here. It's Marcus Rashford through on goal. Cuts inside, brilliant bit of play, but he's still foiled by Thibaut Courtois, who obviously is one of the most up-and-coming potential goalkeepers in the league. As Willian breaks away now from Dimitri Payet. Half an hour gone on the clock. It falls back to Ogbonna. Musaku with a poor clearance falls to Costa, and that could have been a gift for the Spaniard to find the back of the net. Chelsea knocking on the door, but West Ham look comfortable in this game here as Dimitri Payet comes forward, lines up a shot from range. Courtois again has to be equal to that as we're going at 0-0 at half-time between the two sides. West Ham absolutely dominating Antonio Conte's side here. Welcome to the Premier League, sir. This is going to be a difficult game if they want to get the 3 points. As Payet finds Lanzini. Lanzini lays the ball off into Antonio's path here. It's still Mikel Antonio across goal. Headed away by John Terry here. Very interesting game so far as we get into the 63rd minute here. Payet puts the ball into the box, finds Rashford, and again Courtois foils him as we do bring on the likes of Sofane, Faguli and Gorkan Tour to add a bit of width to this side going forward with the last 20 minutes of the game. Payet does move out into the middle of the pitch, I do believe, as Willian gets onto the ball here, gets away from his man. It's still the Brazilian onto the ball, gets into a dangerous area, saved by Adrian, only to go as far back as the Brazilian, who makes it 1-0 to Chelsea with 15 minutes left to go in this game. Rather frustrating here as he runs straight over to his brand new manager, Antonio Conte, to celebrate with him. 1-0 to Chelsea. Major blow for us there, and we have to come up with an answer within 15 minutes of this game. The team played really well today, but it's going to be a massive arse now. It really is. And trying to act on that, we do actually make the substitute of bringing on Simone Zaza for Dimitri Payet now, as he goes to a 4-4-2. But it would be Chelsea in the 90th minute to come forward here on the attack. The ball does actually come in from Pedro. It's saved by Adrian, and the game does come to an end. Disappointing result for West Ham, as we do lose our first game in the Barclays Premier League. And obviously that's not the start I wanted. I wanted to get off to a winning start with the Hammers, but unfortunately it is a loss. Cesc Fabregas takes home man of the match with an 8.2 rating. And guys, just a friendly reminder, if you are enjoying the series today, smash a like and subscribe to the channel. Bologna say they're not going to pay the price that we set for Andy Carroll, which I'm more than happy to do. I'm not arguing with that at all. And as you can see here, Fiorentina coming from Mark Noble. We do reject that. He's the captain. He is a boyhood legend. He stayed at this club and he will retire at this club. Mark my words, Hammers fans. As Sam Byram goes out on loan to Stoke City, which is a very good move for him. Obviously, with Mitchell Visa coming in, his game time is going to be limited. So we do send him on loan till January to obviously get that first team experiences as we kick off our first competitive game at the Olympic Stadium. I believe this is the first time we've actually seen the Olympic Stadium in this career mode, so it's going to be the first of many games this season, and the team a little bit changed from last time. Cresswell comes in at left back and Andre Ayew comes in at centre attacking mid for Lanzini and Musaku retrospectively. So Bournemouth do start with the likes of Wilshere, Gradle, Wilson. It's a very good time to be a Bournemouth fan. They've got some really good players in at the squad. Daniels at the back. We all know what a great season he had last year. But West Ham will kick things off with Marcus Rashford on the ball. Plays it into the talisman Dimitri Payet, into new signing Kovacic here. Plays it back into Dimitri Payet. First time effort. 1-0 to West Ham, just like that. Inside 6 minutes of this game. It's a beautiful start to the brand new stadium. And of course it is that guy there, Dimitri Payet, with "We've got Payet" ringing around the stadium. Kovacic plays the ball back into him, and you know, he's going to score from that position. He always is. That is what he's like. He's a danger man. He's done it all his career. And no chance for the brand new Bournemouth goalkeeper. I think he's making his debut today. Not the best of starts for him as Kovacic plays the ball now into Ayew again, into Marcus Rashford, who is still yet to score in the Barclays Premier League, falls into Dimitri Payet again, cuts inside, great bit of skill, into Ayew, who snatches at the opportunity there. West Ham feel that should have been maybe 2 on another day, as Ayew lays the ball to Rashford, back into Andre Ayew, split the defence here, it saved well, back to Kovacic, West Ham double their lead, just past the 20th minute mark, and it is Mateo Kovacic with the finish. What a sign he's turned out to be, and this is the guy that is keeping Mark Noble out of the West Ham side at the moment. Do you agree with that, guys? Do you think Mark Noble deserves another chance in the squad, or do you think I should play it safe with Kouyaté, with Kovacic and Noble being two pretty much the same players? I've lost the big defensive player that I like playing in the 4-2-3-1, so I'll definitely be interested to see what you guys think of that. As Sermon comes forward now, Jack Wilshere toys with the midfield, plays it back into Sermon with the second time effort. 2-1. What a finish that was from Sermon. It's a banger of a goal, it really is, and Adrian, no chance for him. We're going to see the goal here again. This is a contender for goal of the season, it really is, as the ball falls into his path, back into Sermon. I think it actually was the first time effort. My word, that was absolutely brilliant from Andrew Sermon, who gets his second goal in the Barclays Premier League. I'm pretty safe to say that probably was his best effort so far this season. Going in at half time, that one shot from Bournemouth leads to their one goal. Again, story of our life. For the defensive cracks there, I'm not sure, as the ball comes forward here. Gosling with a beautiful ball over the top, does actually find Callum Wilson now through on goal. This is that. I had to add this in, guys. This is brilliant defending from the Hammers here. We hold up Wilson, can't do much there. Ogbonna tries to put a challenge in. Wilson holds off the ball yet again. Cresswell puts the challenge in. Ogbonna gets the ball clear. Shows that West Ham can defend under pressure, but again, the cracks are there. We might have to look to get in the defender before the window slams shut. As Wilson comes close here, Adrian saves, Ogbonna clears away again. Bournemouth are fearing this game now. They might have a way back in as Faguli, Fosu Mensah and Lanzini come onto the pitch, in replacing of some of the other players. As Lanzini gets onto the ball here, does find Fosu Mensah into Marcus Rashford here. Rashford plays a beautiful ball into Faguli. It should have been 3. I don't know how on earth he didn't score, but West Ham United still find themselves with that 1 goal deficit for Bournemouth to get back. As Ogbonna gets the ball away off the line by Wilson, West Ham do get the victory. Me and Eddie Howe do shake hands at the end of the game, and a lot to think about for me at West Ham. It's 3 points on the board, the first 3 points of the season, which is absolutely great, but again, there's still plenty to think about in this game, and it wasn't a convincing victory. It really wasn't, as a 9.4 rating goes to Mateo Kovacic. 1 goal and 1 assist for him. Really good performance, to say the least. Lots to think about, though, going away in reflection from this game, and for our opening 2 games in the Barclays Premier League. 3 points, a loss to Chelsea and a 2-1 victory against Bournemouth. Guys, that is how the Barclays Premier League table does stand after 2 games. We are finding ourselves in mid-table. Nothing really much matters this far in the season. But guys, like this video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe if you are new around here. I've enjoyed your company today. Hopefully you have too. Follow me on Twitter in the description down below. And always have a really nice day. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.